Maybe your kitchen looks fine at first glance, but the counter still holds 3 things you meant to put away. The chair in the bedroom has quietly become a second closet. A shopping bag is still sitting by the door because you have not decided what to do with it yet. After 40, keeping a home comfortable should not require spending the whole day cleaning. These Japanese cleaning habits are best understood as Japanese-inspired ideas about simplicity, order, and easier daily care. They are not universal rules followed by every household in Japan. They are practical habits you can adapt to your own home energy and season of life. Today we will look at 12 ways to reduce mess before it becomes another tiring job. The goal is not a perfect home. It is a home that is easier to reset, easier to move through, and less demanding to maintain. The first habit is simple: when you finish using something, return it to its place. Not because every object must be controlled, and not because your home should always look untouched. The reason is practical. Small, unfinished actions tend to collect. You make tea and leave the tin on the counter. You use the scissors and place them beside the mail. You take off a cardigan and drop it over a chair. None of these choices creates a serious problem alone. But by evening, one room can hold many small reminders that something still needs to be completed. Putting an item away is the closing step of the activity you were already doing. When the scissors return to the drawer, you do not have to search for them later. When the cardigan goes on a hanger, the chair remains available. When the tea tin returns to the cupboard, wiping the counter becomes easier. You do not have to stop everything to correct every object immediately. Start with the items you use often and the places where clutter grows fastest. The aim is not constant tidying. It is fewer open loops waiting for you at the end of the day. A surface can be organized and still feel busy. The kitchen counter may hold a coffee machine, vitamins, unopened mail, a decorative tray, grocery bags, and something waiting to be returned. Each item has a reason for being there, but together they leave little room for everyday life. Choose one surface and ask what truly needs to live here. Keep the things you use regularly and 1 or 2 objects that make the room feel personal. Move the rest somewhere easy to reach without placing it in your direct line of sight all day. You do not need a completely empty counter. A lived-in home will have things in it. The goal is enough open space for the surface to do its job. An open section of counter gives you room to prepare food. A clearer table lets you sit down without moving a pile first. A simpler bedside table leaves space for a book, water, or your glasses. Japanese-inspired home organization can be useful here because it treats open space as functional. The empty part of a shelf or table is not missing something. It gives the room to work. Large cleaning plans can become exhausting before you begin. You tell yourself you need to clean the kitchen or organize the bedroom. The task has no clear edge, so your mind keeps expanding it. You begin with one drawer, carry something into another room, notice a second problem, and soon the whole house seems to need attention. A smaller area gives you a boundary. Instead of cleaning the kitchen, clear the counter beside the stove. Instead of organizing the bedroom, reset the top of the dresser. Instead of dealing with the entire bathroom, clean the sink and the shelf above it. A defined area gives you a visible finish line. This matters on low-energy days. Completing one small section can improve how the room functions without turning the evening into another shift of work. You may continue, but you do not have to. The original area is already complete. A calm home is often shaped through small sections that are made easier one at a time. Every home has objects that are only supposed to be there for a little while. A package waiting to be returned. A donation bag near the door. Papers that need a signature. A basket of things that belong upstairs. A tool left out because you may use it again tomorrow. Temporary placement is useful. The problem begins when temporary items lose their next step. After several days, you may stop noticing the box in the hallway, but you still walk around it. The donation bag becomes part of the room. The pile of papers asks for the same decision each time you see it. Give temporary items a simple ending point. The package leaves during your next errand. The donation bag goes into the car on a specific day. The upstairs basket is emptied during the evening reset. Papers that need action stay in one defined place rather than spreading across several surfaces. You do not need a complicated system. You need to know what happens next. A home can contain unfinished things and still feel calm when those things are moving toward a decision instead of becoming permanent background clutter. Some cleaning can happen inside time that already exists. While the kettle warms, wipe one section of the counter. While dinner heats, rinse the cutting board. While the shower water warms, return 2 products to the cabinet. The task should stay smaller than the weight. This is not the moment to clean the refrigerator because you have a few minutes. It is not a challenge to squeeze work into every pause. Choose something brief, visible, and easy to finish. Handled this way, a waiting moment can prevent a small mess from becoming part of a larger reset later. But not every pause needs to become productive. Sometimes waiting for the kettle is a chance to stand still or let your shoulders drop. Use this habit only when it genuinely makes the next part of your day easier. The purpose is to reduce cleaning time, not turn every quiet minute into work. If something is always left out, the problem may not be laziness. Its assigned place may simply be inconvenient. A good storage location should match the way you live. If you open mail in the kitchen, a tray in a distant office may never be used. If you remove your glasses beside the sofa, keeping the case in the bedroom creates an extra step. If cleaning cloths are needed downstairs, storing all of them upstairs makes the routine harder. Notice where the same objects collect. The location may be showing you where their home should be. Ask, where do I naturally use this? And where would returning it feel easy? The answer may be a drawer hook tray or nearby shelf. It does not need to be decorative. It needs to be obvious. The best systems disappear into the day. You reach use, return, and move on without another decision. That is one reason calm home habits feel supportive. They reduce the number of small choices you have to carry. Duplicates often enter a home for reasonable reasons. You buy a new spatula but keep the old one. You receive another mug. You save several food containers because they may be useful. You keep backup towels, scissors, cleaning sprays, and personal care products. A few extras can help. Too many can make everyday tasks slower. A crowded drawer is harder to open. A packed shelf makes it difficult to see what you own. Several versions of the same tool can leave you moving things around to reach the one you prefer. Start with a category that regularly causes friction. Look at kitchen utensils, containers, mugs, towels, cleaning supplies, or beauty products. Keep the versions that work well and are used often. You do not have to remove every duplicate. Keep what has a clear purpose. But consider releasing damaged items, uncomfortable items, and the almost good versions you always pass over. A smaller collection is easier to understand at a glance. It also gives drawers and cabinets enough space to function without careful rearranging every time. When you clean a room, begin with higher areas and move downward. Dust a shelf before vacuuming the floor. Wipe the upper cabinet before cleaning the counter. Brush crumbs from the table before sweeping underneath it. This order is useful because dust and small debris may fall onto lower surfaces. Starting higher can reduce the chance that you will need to clean a lower area twice. You can use the same logic with dry and wet tasks. Dust or sweep, first then wipe or mop when needed. The point is not to follow a rigid professional routine. It is to give the work a direction. Without an order, it is easy to clean whatever catches your eye first, then return after another task creates more mess. A top-to-bottom sequence reduces repeated decisions. When your energy is limited, avoiding unnecessary repetition matters. You are not trying to clean faster for the sake of speed. You are choosing an order that asks less from you. A room can hold the same furniture and still feel easier when the main floor areas are clear. Floor clutter often grows quietly. Shoes collect near the entrance. Shopping bags wait beside a cabinet. A laundry basket stays in the hallway. Packages and boxes settle into open corners because there is nowhere else for them to go. Each item may seem temporary. Together, they make walking and cleaning more difficult. Choose one floor area to protect. It might be the path from the bed to the door, the space in front of the closet, or the main route through the kitchen. Then give common floor items a more useful home. Shoes may need a rack. Bags may need a hook. A basket may need to live inside a closet rather than in the walkway. The aim is not to make the room look empty. It is to keep the floor from becoming the default place for delayed decisions. When you can move through a room without stepping around objects, daily life becomes easier. Sweeping or vacuuming also takes less preparation. A calmer morning often begins with a small decision made the night before. You might place your keys where you will see them, prepare the bag you need, check the time of an appointment, or clear the breakfast area. Keep the preparation limited. The goal is not to finish tomorrow before bed, it is to remove 1 or 2 points of friction from the first part of the day. For many women, over 40 mornings can begin with several responsibilities, arriving at once, work, family needs, appointments, household details and messages. A small evening setup can make the beginning feel less crowded. Choose the action that most often causes delay. If you search for keys, give them one evening location. If the morning counter is always full, clear only the space you will need. If you forget an item, place it near the door. Prepare enough to support yourself. Then let the day end. Tomorrow does not need to be fully managed tonight. An organizing system can look beautiful and still create too much work. Matching containers, detailed labels, narrow categories, and carefully folded items may appear calm in a photograph, but if every object requires several steps to put away, the system may become another responsibility that only one person understands. Notice what you avoid maintaining. Do clean clothes stay in a basket because the folding method is too detailed? Do papers pile up because the filing system has too many categories? Do pantry items remain out because the containers are difficult to refill? The answer may not be more effort. The system may need fewer steps. Use broader categories when detailed ones do not help. Leave room in drawers. Store everyday objects where they can be returned with one easy movement. Choose containers that open simply. Japanese home habits are most useful here as inspiration towards simplicity, not as a performance of perfection. The right system is not the one that looks most impressive. It is the one you can still use when you are tired or short on time. Your home should work on ordinary days, not only on your most organized days. The final habit is learning when to stop. There will almost always be another surface to wipe, another drawer to sort, another load to fold, or another detail to improve. If your definition of done is everything is finished, cleaning can take every available hour. Choose a more realistic stopping point. The kitchen is ready for morning. The main walkway is clear. The room feels comfortable enough to sit in. The items creating the most stress have been handled. The rest can wait. This is not neglect, it is a boundary. A calmer home should not require you to remain in cleaning mode all day. It should give something back to you, a place to eat, rest, think, talk, and enjoy the evening without scanning for the next task. When the house has reached a level that supports the life you want to live in, stop. Sit down before every detail is perfect. Let the room look lived in. Let your energy belong to something other than maintenance. These 12 habits are not instructions for making your home look like someone else's. They are ways to notice where delayed decisions, crowded surfaces, duplicate tools, and complicated systems may create more work than necessary. Begin with one habit. Return the item you just used. Clear one section of a counter. Give one misplaced object a better home. Prepare one thing for tomorrow, or decide what comfortable enough means before you begin cleaning. Small habits are most helpful when they reduce effort instead of adding another standard. Your home does not need to be perfectly organized to feel calmer. It needs systems that fit your energy routines and life now. After 40, the most useful change may not be learning how to clean more. It may be creating a home that asks less from you. Which habit would make the biggest difference in your home this week? For more gentle routines that help you create a calmer home without cleaning all day, subscribe to Calm Her Daily. We will keep finding practical ways to reduce the mental load, protect your energy, and make everyday home life easier.